It's my pleasure to welcome a fine young musician, came all the way from New Jersey as a freshman at Rutgers University. Let's have a round of applause for Scott O'Brien. Scott, very passionate. Talk about, when did you get your passion for music? Because you not only you sing, you play the trombone, other instruments. When did you develop that passion for music?
Well, I think that was really just from a very young age. I was rather socially isolated in like my earlier years, and really a lot of the time that I had was spent watching television and just singing along to a lot of commercial anthems. So from the ages of 3 or 4 or 5, I was already learning a lot of songs from the repertoire of anywhere from the 40s to modern music. And then in like something like 10 years ago, I was introduced to the trombone by an elementary school teacher, and that was that just kind of, I fell in love with the instrument, and I've been playing it ever since.
And later in the show, you're going to form a trombone trio with Victor and Aaron. How excited are you to play with two Long Beach well-known trombone players?
I'm very excited. It's always fun to get together with other instrumentalists of the same instrument. It's just a fun instrument to play in general, and just to have 3 of them at a time. It's absolutely awesome. It's gonna be fun.
And I noticed you guys were practicing before, and you guys had great rhythm right away. So I think that's awesome.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Now, the song you're going to bring, who here, raise your hand if you've heard of the classic song from the 70s, American Pie! Of course. Now, Scott, that song was before your time. What made you a big fan and connect with American Pie? Come on in.
Well, I've always been very interested in poetry and the kind of just out there kind of symbolism in that kind of song. And I guess it's my father who introduced me to the that style of music. He was just like, anytime we were in the car together, he would be playing like 104.3, just all the classic rock. So hearing a song like that was that kind of style, and that had that kind of symbolism, that just kind of that touched me. I think that was from the instant I heard it, I fell in love with it.
All right. Are you ready to sing it?
Sure.
Who wants to hear American Pie with Scott O'Brien? All right. All yours, Scott.
A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I deliver. Bad news on the doorstep, I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride, but something touched me deep inside the day music died. So bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Did you write the book of love, and do you have faith in God above? If the Bible tells you so, or do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul, and can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes, and I dig those rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage bronkin' buck with a pink carnation and a pickup truck, but I knew I was out of luck the day the music died. I started singing bye bye Miss American Pie, drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry, and good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing this'll be the day that I die, this'll be the day that I die. Now for 10 years we've been on our own, and moss grows fat on a rolling stone, but that's not how it used to be. When the jester sang for the king and queen in a coat he borrowed from James Dean, in a voice that came from you and me. Oh, and while the king was looking down, the jester stole his thorny crown. The courtroom was adjourned, no verdict was returned, and while Lennon read a book on Marx, a quartet practiced in the park, and we sang dirges in the dark the day the music died. We were singing bye bye Miss American Pie, drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry, and good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing this'll be the day that I die, this'll be the day that I die. Helter skelter in the summer swelter, the birds flew off with the fallout shelter, 8 miles high and falling fast, and landed foul on the grass. The players tried for a forward pass, with the jester on the sidelines in a cast. Now the halftime air was sweet perfume, while sergeants played a marching tune. We all got up to dance, oh, but we never got the chance, 'cause the players tried to take the field. The marching band refused to yield. Do you recall what was revealed the day the music died? We started singing bye bye Miss American Pie, drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry, and good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing this'll be the day that I die, this'll be the day that I die. Oh, and there we were all in one place, a generation lost in space, with no time left to start again. So come on, Jack, be nimble, Jack, be quick. Jack Flash sat on a candlestick, 'cause fire is the devil's only friend. Oh, and as I watched him on the stage, my hands were clenched in fists of rage. No angel born in hell could break that Satan spell, and his flames climbed high into the night to light the sacrificial rite. I saw Satan laughing with delight the day the music died. He was singing bye bye Miss American Pie, drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry, and good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing this'll be the day that I die, this'll be the day that I die. I met a girl who sang the blues, and I asked her for some happy news, but she just smiled and turned away. I went down to the sacred store, where I'd heard the music years before, but the man there said the music wouldn't play. And in the streets the children screamed, the lovers cried, and the poets dreamed, but not a word was spoken. The church bells all were broken, and the 3 men I admire most, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, they caught the last train for the coast the day the music died. And they were singing bye bye Miss American Pie, drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry, and good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing this'll be the day that I die.
Great. Great job. That was awesome. You know what? In my 25 years of doing this, this is the longest song. 8.5 minutes. And he nailed every verse. Let's give it up. Scott O'Brien! Great job. Fantastic. I'll take a little break, catch your breath, and we'll bring him back later with the trombone trio. But now...